everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the monthly readings for February 2020, and I am going to be reading for the lovely Virgos. If you're new to my channel, then welcome to you. The format on my monthly reads, what I normally try and do is some premeditating, so I can get my little bit of added poetry that I like to add at the end of the readings. So I will put that to one side and I'll come back to that later. And I also have some charms in here that I just do like to pull a random charm at the very end to finish off my readings. I normally premeditate on the cards, but this month I am going to start reading them sort of off the bat, so shuffling them live, so to speak, for the messages that we've got coming through for February. I do a general read, and then I also pull out a couple of extra cards just to have a look on the romantic side as well. So I'll try and cover all bases really. The cards I'm using today are the Animal Spirit, the Wild Unknown by Krans, and then I've got two decks by Colette-Baron-Reid, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle and the Good Tarot. So with all that out the way then, Virgo, I'm going to start shuffling for you and we'll get out what's coming out for you for February 2020. So if we can just start shuffling the cards and see what things are waiting in the balance for you, my lovely Virgos. When I was meditating for yourselves this month, I just felt as though the energies I was picking up with Virgo, well, that definitely wanted to come out, sorry guys, interrupting my flow of conversation. Just felt some of the Virgos I was picking up with their energy was, it's like you're looking at yourself completely wanting to do a new overhaul of yourself, put yourself through an MOT basically, Virgo, for 2020, and more time for yourself. I feel that you want to start getting sort of a better work-life balance around you as well. So because I think some of you in 2019 were doing a lot for other people, and by doing that you're sort of shelving things for yourself. So it's about putting your life under the microscope. I felt the energies that I was meditating for you, Virgo, for February. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out in the cards for you, my lovelies. They're absolutely flipping out for you at the minute, Virgo. So let's just see what's going on, my lovelies. So I'll go with these to start with, and we'll have a look what's coming out to start with on these. So we've got Six of Water, okay. We have the Queen of Air. We have the Star card and the Fool. Amazing. No? Tarot always amazes me, to be fair, because what I was saying at the start with my gut feeling was feeling that basically a lot of you in 2019 were giving your time away to other people, and with the Six of Water here, I feel that in February this is your situation. You feel very much between a rock and a hard place at the moment. Some of you are wanting to move, or you're wanting to change jobs, but it's saying at the minute it's not the right time. You've just got to stay put at the moment. Yeah, have the mindset, okay, and to manifest whatever it is, whether it's you want to move, okay, physically, move house, move location, move town, move city, even country, okay, some of you. But it's saying at the minute, yeah, have the ideas, but at the minute the physical time is not the right time for you to move. Now this could be because, as I said, some of you I feel have ties. There's ties here that are keeping you placed. So yeah, this is your emotions that I'm picking up, Virgo, on the first card coming out in February, thinking, oh, I really wish I could get this into plan. I really wish I could move or do this for me, but there is an element here that is keeping you grounded in that spot at the moment, and that's why you feel like some of you are between a rock and a hard place. But it's saying here, don't lose faith, okay, because I feel some of you are losing faith here with the Queen of Air, okay. I do feel that you have got to put plans in place. With the white owl on this card, it's always seeking knowledge. So where some of you may feel like you're stuck, okay, now this could be in relationships, but I will touch this on the relationship side a bit later on. But I just feel Virgos are feeling really, their energy is feeling rather down. They're feeling sorry for themselves because of the situation that they feel that they are in at the moment, and they do literally feel like you're in between a rock and a hard place. With the Queen of Air, this is like your inner conscience, I want to say here. You know, you've got the knowledge within you to keep saying to yourself, you know, this too shall pass, okay? Because I do feel it's just a situation where you've got to work through things. It may be that you're looking after family members, elderly parents, okay, that are keeping you tied, okay? And you feel, you know, I can't move because I've got this tie. And so I do feel some of you in February will think, you know, my life's been on hold for too long. This is what I'm feeling. My life has been on hold too long, because this is knocking in from 2019. And with the Queen of Air, I do feel you're moving forward. The situation that you feel like you've been in, you are going to progress out of this, okay? With help, really, I feel that some of you will have to get some either care in place, if it is elderly parents that you are looking after, that is sort of grounding you and clipping your wings from being able to do what you want to do. I also feel that some of you as well may be suffering with your own internal issues. Some of you, now I'm picking up with some Virgos, may have had depressive times, okay, where you've literally have felt like you've been between a rock and a hard place, feeling to the fact, you know, where do I go from here? I've felt so low. I've had no self-esteem. I've had no will. I've had no energy to literally do anything. So there's the other side of the coin here, where I'm picking up with some Virgos that have gone through a rough time themselves. Issues that have happened in the past that keep giving you nightmares. I want to pick up now with some Virgos, where it's literally got you sleepless nights. So this is why the Queen of Air is showing here for those Virgos, where I do feel you may have to have some counselling or some help to get you through this. I just feel some of you are suffering, as I said, with this depression. There's an element in your life that's occurred, okay, where it's brought you rock bottom. And that's why we've got the Six of Water for some of you coming in at the start of this reading. Now with the Star card, and as well, if you can notice the theme of the colour in these cards, guys, very blue, and blue to me is emotional. Your emotions are being stirred up here, and it's just a blanket of blue here I'm seeing with the first three cards. So with the Star card here, okay, better things are going to start to become manifesting here, because if we look behind the person, she's sort of looking into the future, okay, quite dark again where she's standing, but it's just to say, even though her gaze is focused elsewhere, it's like in a dream state, okay. This is the Virgos that I'm picking up with, thinking, if only I could do this, if only, you know, I could have the energy, you know, to look to have. Some of you, I want to say, some of you feel like you haven't got a future, okay? It's like the Star card here for some of you, not all of you obviously, but I'm just picking up with the minority, thinking, you know, I don't see a future for me. I don't see a future because of you being in this depressive state where it's got you rock bottom, okay? But it's saying here, with the right help and the right counselling, or your own inner work, because I want to say some of you need to do some cleansing on your inner self, okay, some self-healing. By doing that and seeking the knowledge or wherever the guidance you need, better things are going to start to come in, because you can't see them, okay? Because this sun here, as I call it, the star behind this person, it's saying things are going to start to change for the more positive for you, Virgs. So picking up then with the Fool card, okay, this here in the normal tarot, Fool is starting a new journey, a new pathway, and this is where you're leading to. Yeah, you're in the Virgos I'm picking up with. As I said, I've felt literally stuck in between a rock and a hard place, but getting the guidance and the help you need, okay. Dealing with the accepting as well. I want to say acceptance to some of you, because some of you haven't addressed that there is an issue there, okay. But by getting this to the surface and putting it out there to whoever, I mean, it could even be in a workplace where you're struggling, okay. You're going into work dreading with a pit in your stomach every day, and the anxiety, sitting in the car, travelling to work, and you're physically making yourself feel sick before you've even got to your workplace. This is the energies that I'm feeling with some of my Virgs. And it's saying you've got to get this out. And once you get that out of you and you can share it with somebody, then this is when the things start to progress forward, okay. And with the Fool here, the Fool card here, it's a change for the better, okay. You'll be able to step out on a better pathway to lose this blue emotional turmoil that I'm picking up with, okay. As I said, it's not going to resonate with all of you, but this is what I'm picking up with some of the Virgos that I am feeling a connection with. And in my meditative poetry, I did say, you know, you have to fall apart sometimes to then get yourself back together, okay. And these cards are reflecting exactly what I was meditating on in the poetry that I will read at the end. But I'm just going to shuffle one of these cards now for you, okay, and we'll have a look what the overall energy is for the month of February. But that's quite interesting, Virgs, and very like nervous, anxiety, stomach churning over feelings for some of you. You know that there's problems that need addressing. It's gone on for too long for some of you, and it is going to, you know, you are going to get that guidance and help. Like I say, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but that is what I'm feeling. So let's just have a shuffle with these now. I'll just have a card, please, from my lovely Virgos. Let's take that one there for a sec. And we have Never Ending Story. Now, I love the imagery of this card because it's like the egg timer, okay? And it's like, if the universe could take a photograph, as I always say with these cards, this would portray you, okay? You've got your hands on your head, you don't know where to turn, you feel like time's running out, okay? And with a never-ending story here, it's to say that, you know, if you get the right help, you address what's going on with you, okay? It doesn't have to be a never-ending story. You can get a closure on this. You can get to that final chapter and be able to close the book on all this, okay? On all this is what's going on and troubling you. I always look at this, as I said, as the universe taking a picture, and I always look at this as fragile, okay? You're in a fragile state at the moment, Virgo. Very fragile state of affairs. And it's affecting matters of the heart as well, because I always look at the clock that's carved into a heart shape here. It's saying, as I always look at the egg timer, okay? Some people will say, oh, the time is running out on this, because it's never ending story, never ending, okay? It's saying there isn't a time limit as such to get yourself back on track. You've just got to take baby steps, Virgs, okay? Baby steps in getting the right help, in getting more positivity to come in for you to then start on a new pathway to get rid of this vulnerability and this fragile aspect that I feel that is the energy that I'm picking up for February for some of my Virgos. So what I'm going to do now is shuffle a couple of the animal spirit cards just to get a couple of key elements here to feed into the general, and then I will have a look at this on a romantic side as well, my lovelies. So let's just get a couple of extra cards out here. But yeah, it's just the blue. I just got the blue energy, you know, which is emotions. Your emotions are up and down at the minute, and some of you are trying your best to hide it, that it's not affecting you. And then this is you behind closed doors in this, you know, fragile, vulnerable state, thinking, will this ever end? Will this situation ever end? So let's have a look what's going on here then. Take that one there. Just have one more, and I'll take that one there. Let me have a look then what's going on here. So we've got the alchemical sign of the upward pointing triangle, which is of fire, okay, in the Scorpion. And then we have the downward pointing triangle, which is the alchemical sign of water, okay, as the fish. Now, I'm going to take this situation here. The Scorpion, okay, I'm going to take as you, Virgo. And the fish element is, on the general collective, is what needs to surface, okay? The water element here is the deep emotional element of what's been going on underlying here, with it ties in with the Six of Water. Okay, this is your deep, dark emotions under the surface. Okay, now with the Scorpion here, this is portraying, even though it's a fire element, it's that light at the end of the tunnel here. The Scorpion is showing Virgs. I'll get it right in a minute, who I'm reading for. So Virgo, the Scorpion here, okay, this is portraying, I'm taking this as you, because this is a message to say you are now seeing the light, okay, at the end of this dark tunnel, that you've got to address it, okay. This is fitting in on the collective. So by addressing and seeing the issues, what you are dealing with, allows you to resurface. Now, if we look on the fish card here, I always look at this as a new moon, okay, and that ties in with the Fool card as the new pathway, a new opening, okay, and obviously this is to do with what's going on with you internally. So, not to confuse you all, to feed these in on the general, the Scorpion is coming out to say, you've got to get this, nip this in the bud, illuminate the problem, okay? Bring the problem to a head. If it's in the workplace, speak to somebody, a manager, a supervisor, let them know that you've been suffering. It could have been, as I said, family issues that have caused the stress. It could be a relationship issue that's caused the stress, but obviously there's some situation here that, you know, has got you in this state that you need to get yourself out of, okay? Because we've got the darkness around the Scorpion here, but like I say, it's been illuminated. The problem that you're dealing with, the problems that you're facing, even if it's financial, it could be anything that's causing this anxiety and depression and stress that you've been going through. But it's saying February is going to be the month where it's illuminated. The problem is brought to the forefront. It's going to come to the surface, okay? And by bringing it to the surface, then you can address it and get on the right path to get out of this fragile, vulnerable situation, this feeling, okay, this hopelessness that I want to say. As I said, you need to fall apart to mend and rebuild a stronger person in yourself. So that's on the general. Now then, if I'm looking on a relationship stance here, on the relationship with the Six of Water, this is the energy that I'm picking up on Virgos in a relationship. Now Virgo, I am taking you again as the Scorpion, okay? I'm keeping the player as it is as a Scorpion, and the person or the element that you're dealing with in the relationship is the fish, okay? Now I do feel here, whoever I'm connecting with on the relationship side, you do feel stuck at the minute, you do feel there's elements of the relationship where you've had your head turned with the star, okay? You're not fully focused on this relationship anymore. And I feel whoever I'm picking up with here, it's like with the gaze looking into a different direction, okay? It's like some of you are thinking, this relationship feels like it's over, okay? Feels like it's over, and you've just sort of been meandering along for too long, basically, okay? With the Queen of Air, February is going to be the month where these feelings are going to come to the surface, again with the fish element. I do think for some of you, okay, it's just going to be a case of literally you are going to be bringing it to the forefront, onto centre stage, okay, your feelings to your partner, okay? And whoever your partner is going to have sensed this relationship has been breaking down for a while, okay? So they are happy it's coming to the surface as well. It's going to be an amicable agreement here, I feel, for the Virgos I'm picking up on the relationship stance. It's not going to be one of these relationships where one's been playing away or having an affair or anything like that. It's just to say you've got to a point, both of you, okay, where you've both agreeing that the relationship can't continue as it is. Both bringing it to the surface, both bringing it to the spotlight, okay? That way then, with the Fool card as it stands, it's both of you calling it a day, because obviously she's blowing a trumpet here. You're both bringing it to the surface and you're both saying, yeah, we're calling it a day. And then with the never-ending story, this is, again, the universe taking a photograph on the relationship side of you can't take it anymore. It's a very fragile, vulnerable relationship that you both agree that the time has run out. In this case, the egg timer has, there isn't much left in the egg timer now for this relationship to say, hang on, okay, yeah, we both agree here, the relationship's run its course and it's time, that we end this relationship. That's what I'm feeling for some of you. It's not going to obviously resonate with everybody on the romantic, but this is what I was picking up for the month of February for those where this does fit in. So what I'm going to do now, Virgo, is I'm going to read you my little bit of poetry that I did on the before we did the readings. Obviously, like I said, I premeditate on the card, not on the cards, but I just sit down quietly basically and just take in the messages that I'm fed from the universe and spirit. And what I had for you was, bottling up emotions just makes stress grow. Shout out your inner feelings, let everyone know you are not happy in being taken for a fool. Don't let your heart rule your head. If love is dead, then let it go. If the job you are doing no longer serves, don't let it hit a nerve day after day. Have your say, achieve more pay or leave. Wear your heart on your sleeve, no more pretending. Time for an ending so a new beginning can start. One has to fall apart so you can become a better version of you. So in my premeditative state, I did pick up then about some of you are in this position, this rock and a hard place with your work, because you don't feel like you're valued enough as well. So this picked up on a little tiny added element here on the general, saying you've either got to sit there and say to you, supervisor, manager, whatever, I'm worth more than this, I need a pay rise, okay? And if not, then you look elsewhere. So that was just a little bit of extra that I picked up from the downloads that I had when I was just sitting quietly typing out your little bit of added poetry. What I also did this month as well, for the signs, I got music songs coming in as well when I was doing the meditative writing. So I have picked a music track for you for this month, Virgo, so I will drop that in the description box and have a listen. It was more or less the lyric content that meant sense to me, that fitted in and tied in with your reading for February. So I'm just going to finish off now then, my lovely Virgs, with a charm that I'm going to pull out of this box, turn it away from me, and I'll just have a rummage around. and see what we pull out for you. Okay, and we have the little fairy, okay, and it's holding out. I've got a couple of fairies in here. One holds out a star, but this one's holding out the heart. So I always look at this as getting to the heart of the matter, okay. That's why the charms come out here, to say you've literally, as I said, got to put your heart on your sleeve. You've got to be honest now with what's going on, with how you're feeling on the general, okay, and also on the romantic. As I said, you know, you're bearing all now to say, look, you know, my heart's on my sleeve. This is not working, no, you know, between us anymore. And as I said, that is amicable on both sides. I felt on the romantic. So that's why that charm has come out for you today, my lovely Virgos. So I hope you can take some elements of that reading, Virgo, for February. As I said, it could be cross watchers. It doesn't have to be yourselves, you know, directly, your sun sign. You know, look for your rising signs, etc. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't shoot the messenger, but that is what I've got for you, Virgo, this month. If you are new to my channel, then hopefully you will subscribe, because I am quite new and I am trying to build up my little family, my little tribe. So any likes to the videos, any comments, it does help on my journey, so I do appreciate that. And for those who keep returning and have subscribed, then thank you for your support and helping this channel grow. So until next time, Virgo, take care of yourselves, my lovelies. Bye.